Hi, everybody. Welcome to Big J's World, where we talk about anything and everything. Today, I have Miss or Mrs. Jennifer or Jen. How do you want me to call you? Jen, Jennifer, Jenny?
Jen, probably.
Jen.
Yeah.
So, if this is people's first time watching this video, can you just talk about yourself a little bit, TikTok and stuff?
Alrighty, yeah. So I'm Jen. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. I have a TikTok, and we talk about books and life and just pretty much anything. Honestly, we're a little unhinged sometimes over there, but I promise we're a good time, and we try to stay, kind and respectful. That is like a really big goal for me. And we have like our little own community over there, and it's such a vibe, and we have a good time, and we kind of just talk about everything under the sun. So that's probably what we just do mostly over there, is just talk. We like to laugh. We like to yap. Okay, we like to yap. It's important. It's important.
Yeah,
It's almost as important as reading the books.
Yeah, you tend to yap a lot in the morning, which I enjoy. It just fills in my morning while I'm at work or working from home.
I like it. I like talking to everybody and everybody coming through and what are you doing today? And what are you doing today? Because everybody's life is so different, right? Like some people work from home, and so they have to, they don't have to get up and commute and, do all these things. But some people do have to get up and commute and do like just a whole bunch of different things. So I think it's really fun, and I just love getting to meet new people, truly.
And it's an alternative. Like me, obviously like you grew up on like the radio morning show and stuff, and over here was like 94.5 with Ramiro doing the call scams or whatever. But
I remember, yes, I remember those. Yep.
Yeah.
I was listening to like, I think like Z100, like Z100, 97.1, like Hot 97, whatever, like things like that. And yeah, it's a different age that we live in now, for sure.
Right.
I don't think honestly, when I get in the car, like, it's so rare that I even put on the radio anymore. Like, it's either I am listening to somebody on live also, like just on my commute, like hearing them just talk, or it's an audiobook, or it's Spotify, or like some sort of like streaming service, like it's just so different.
And it's just whatever's on the radio is just the same.
Yeah.
Wherever you just tune in, it's like, all right, it's the same music.
And then the commercials.
Which takes forever.
Right. Like now and they do take, they're like 5 minutes. Like, hello?
It's unnecessary.
It is so unnecessary. It's so, and like, especially in the age where like not everybody's listening to the radio, can we slow it down just a little bit? Maybe I come back. Maybe. But it's worth a try. It's worth a try, So it's because it's a lot. It's a lot of commercials. Like I remember putting the radio on for Christmas, because I feel like the radio does have the best Christmas jams. And I feel that the commercials, they played like 3 songs, and then the commercials were just as long as like the 3 songs combined. And I was like, all right, I might have to go to Spotify. Like, this sucks. It was not a vibe.
And even on Spotify or Pandora, I don't know if anyone still listens to Pandora. I know I do, but
I know Zach does. Like, so my husband loves Pandora. I'm a Spotify person. Just, I don't know why, but like Spotify is just it for me. But my husband does like Pandora.
Yeah, and they still have like 5-minute commercials too. If you're not,
yeah, I know. I told him. I said,
tier.
I don't know, but Spotify also has commercials, but I pay for the premium because they have audiobooks on there too. So you get like one audiobook for like 15 hours for an audiobook per month if you have premium. So no commercials plus an audiobook. Take my money. Like, honestly, just at this point, just take all of it. Like, that's just how it goes.
True.
Like, even Housemaid was on Prime last night.
Yeah.
And I was hyped. I was like, bet that's what I'm doing tonight, because I finished Crescent City. And I was like, I deserve a treat. I'm going to watch a movie. Like, $20 to rent it. Rent it. Yeah. And then if you wanted to purchase it, it was $25. I said, damn, y'all making me pay for it, and it's $20.
I could wait.
I didn't pay $20. I did not. I will have you know. I was like, I'm not $20. I was like, I could go to the store and get my kids stuff, and you just do get 2 books. Like, I can literally just do so much with $20. I was like, I'll just wait. I'll just not. Yeah. I'm just not gonna pay $20 actually.
I already paid like $16 to go watch it in the movies. Like I'm not gonna pay an extra 20,
Right.
$25 to watch it at home. So,
Right.
which that movie, you haven't seen it, right?
The Housemaid.
Yeah.
So I did end up watching it,
Oh, okay.
but I did not pay $20. I did not pay $20.
Mhm.
But we did end up watching it. It was all right. Did you like it?
I did like it.
I
I
don't
think
know. I
it we got maybe 85, 90% of the book in there.
Yeah. Which I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been like probably 2 years since I've read the book. So
Hmm.
if I'm in all honestly, don't remember a lot. So I don't remember like like a lot of details, right? Like I remember the general idea, but like little
Right.
details and stuff, I truly don't remember. But I just, you know what it was? I think what bothers me, and like, so there's this new show that's out too with Patrick Dempsey and the guy from The Sopranos. Like it's a new show that's out with them. And I had to, I watched the first 2 episodes and I had to stop watching it for the same reason. It's like when things are like not believable, it truly does bother me, right? So like there was a
Hmm.
part in the movie where the cop it's and mind you it's like a like just like a police officer, like not a detective, not a sergeant, like a literal just cop, right? Like you know
Hmm.
and she's sitting on the couch with her and she like knows it's foul play, like she knows that it's like it wasn't what it, and she goes, you know what, sometimes freak accidents happen, and then she like drops the case. Listen, that in no way is that going to happen in real life, because if
It's
the
not.
examiners and the coroners see that there's others that it's not like there's injuries not correlated to the reason of death, they're going to
Hmm.
investigate it no matter what a cop says on the couch regardless. And then you're going to tell me his powerful mom who has all this money is sitting
Yep.
there at the funeral. Oh, did you know he was missing a tooth? Did you know he was missing a tooth? You're going to tell me for
Hmm.
her precious baby boy she wasn't going to drop money to find out what happened and like put pressure on the police department? And I know like I'm taking it so far. I understand. Like people are like, "Ma'am, just enjoy the movie. It's not that deep." I
Right.
can't enjoy movies when they're so like not accurate. Like make
Hmm.
me think. I want you to make me think. Like I want it. I think I just wanted more depth and it just wasn't there. Maybe it didn't need to be. You know what I mean? Maybe it just didn't need to be, but I was just kind of like, all right. I think the actors were great. I
Hmm.
think they did a great job. I think acting was really good. It was a vibe. I did like it. It's just like little certain things kind of just poked out, and I was like, I actually don't like this, but I digress. I digress. But it's also a Frida book too, and Frida books
Yeah.
tend to be short on the shorter side too.
Hmm.
So I feel like there's not all those details. So maybe that's what it is too. Dear Debbie was so good. Did you end up finishing Dear Debbie?
Not yet. I still got some time, but that Debbie is
That Debbie. I love Debbie though. I love her. Please. It is so good. It is so good. Please, 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 please finish it. It's so good. It's one of, I would say, probably one of my top Fridas. Never Lie, The Tenant, which I absolutely loved, and Dear Debbie,
Mhm.
probably my top three Fridas for sure.
Definitely. So, obviously, you're an avid book reader. I see that collection behind you.
Yes, so many books.
So, would you consider yourself a book collector?
I do.
Or,
I will. I would consider myself a book collector because that's what we do, right? I mean, that's what a lot of people do. I know some people don't. Like for example, Samantha, like she buys books and then like kind of sells them on Pango, and she
Mhm.
does, and I'm sure she'll keep her favorites, but other like she likes to get rid of her books, like whereas I feel like I hoard my books, right? Like I'm low key like a book hoarder. Like I like getting pretty books and I like keeping my pretty books, and
Right.
hopes to like hopefully one day like my kids would like to read, and or
Mhm.
something like that. And it's also stories. When you look at them, you kind of see like when I look at certain books on my shelf, I'm like, I remember when I was reading that. I remember being so like in love, or I remember like actually hating it so much that I was so happy it was over. But books bring back so many memories when you're like, I'll just happen to look over and I'll be like, I remember when I was reading that series. That was a good. I haven't thought about that book in a long time. Like I love
Mhm.
looking at my books and collecting them. I would definitely say I am a book collector. I love them so much. I think they're so pretty. Like, hello, please.
How many books do you have currently?
Honestly, probably around 500, 5 to 600. at least. I got more than halfway counting them and
Mhm.
stopped, and then started reorganizing them. And then because I took books from spots that I've already counted and put them in spots that I didn't count, I was like, "You're
Yeah.
dumb for that." And so then the count kind of got kind of got messed up. So I had to so I stopped counting, and I was like, well, there's that. And I think I got to like five something. Like it wasn't, I thought I had more than that, but even still, that's a lot. But
Mhm.
because technically to be a library, you have to have at least 1,000 books. So I will say that is probably the goal eventually. Um, for what, honestly, because I don't even trust anybody to touch my books. So for what? But it's kind of cool to be technically considered a library. Like it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
There's I don't know if you watched the episode previous who's also named Jenny Thrifty Reads.
Oh,
She has 1,500 books.
yeah, see, hashtag goals, hashtag goals. Okay, I'm gonna get there eventually. I love this. I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm just waiting to make it really, really big so that way I can have my own room,
Mhm.
with just all of the books and obviously the iconic Rolly ladder. Like that is the goals. That is the goal for sure.
Just, put your little ones
All the
up
books.
one room and then just have that separate room for your books.
Exactly. Like, hello, please. I would love it. I will say I feel like that is a common goal for like many readers, or like the she sheds. Have you seen the she sheds? So
I
like they
have.
don't have like a room in their house, but they have it outside.
Hmm.
And they have like their own little section, and it's so cool. But then you got to think like you don't want the books to get messed up. So you have to have heat. You have to have AC in there. And then so
Hmm.
I figured just in the house would probably be easier, but I don't know. But my goal one day is to make it big just so I can have a room, anything that I can have dedicated to all of my books. Because why wouldn't I? Like I just need all the space for the books. Like I just need all the space. I need more. I need more. And then my husband's like, please no more. Please no more. And I'm like,
Hey.
always more. Always more. Always.
No, tomorrow he'll find a stack of Amazon packages out there, bunch of books in there.
I know all the time. It's all the time. Actually, I did make a deal with him. I was like, okay, okay. Like I'm hearing your pleas. I'm hearing them.
Mhm.
A big goal of mine this year is to tackle a lot of like books that I actually have on my physical TBR. So that
Mhm.
way, if I genuinely don't like them, like, and I'm talking about like I like a DNF. I'm not talking about like it wasn't my favorite. Like I'm talking about like I genuinely was like no, like I can't, like no thank you. I
Mhm.
can do like an unhaul, right? Like I can give them away. I can donate them. I can do whatever. So I did that. That is a big goal of mine. Just to make space on my shelves. Because I don't have unlimited space. Um,
Right.
so that is a big goal of mine to actually start doing some physical reads. So we can kind of go through it, but also it would be a flex. Like, yeah, I've read almost all the books on my shelf. You know what I mean? Like that's a flex, please.
Mhm.
So I need to get started on that. Although I did just finish Crescent City, and that is something that I had on my shelf, so that counts towards that goal.
Okay. All right.
So we're slowly getting there, slowly but surely.
Well, physical books or Kindle, which is your favorite?
Honestly, I'm gonna say Kindle. I prefer
Yeah.
Kindle because I get pain in my like right arm a lot.
Mhm.
So holding the books is like especially if they're heavy. For example, Crescent City, heavy. Okay, and I was immersive reading, so I was doing the audio and I was doing the book. And when I tell you my arm was in pain, I was like, oh my god, because they're heavy. So I think for that reason, I would prefer Kindle. But I will say I do love the smell of books. I do love the feel of turning the pages, and I do love it. But for the sake of my arm, simply, I do need the Kindle. I do because my arm be hurting.
Now, I'm not trying to give you any ideas, but have you thought of a book cradle? Or
A
do you
what?
have a book
Oh
cradle?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the stands.
No, it's like a pillow, and you put on
Oh
your lap, and then it holds your book open. Yeah.
no, I have not heard of this. So now I have to look up a book cradle. And when Zach sees it coming on Amazon, I'm gonna tell him to blame Big J because he's the one giving me ideas.
I'm not
I
giving you the
have one for my
ideas.
Kindle, but I never thought of one for physical books.
Hmm. So
Okay.
it's literally like a pillow, and it's shaped like to hold open a book, and you just put your book there, and it holds it open for you.
I have not
I
heard of this. I will be looking
I
into it.
I am not giving you ideas. Just let it be known.
No, no, the ideas were shared. It's okay. It's okay. Totally fine. Totally fine.
So how did you get into book talk? I know you in the beginning you were doing your regular 9 to 5 day job, and now you just do book talk solely.
Yeah. So I started BookTok really only because I was reading, right? Like I've been like before I started BookTok, I was actively reading still. And I was like talking to Zach, like I would talk to him about my books, like this is
Mhm.
what was happening. This, oh my gosh, can you believe this is what happened? And he's such a good sport. He was like, wow, that's crazy. But there was no depth, right? Because he didn't read. So
Right,
it was just kind of like, oh wow, did you like it? Yeah, cool. And that was pretty much it, right? Like there was no like back and forth. There wasn't like, "No, but didn't you think that he did this?" And there was just like a pretty much one side. Like Dito, he tried his best, please, but it's
Mhm.
not the same. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
So I was like, I would love to talk to people about books. And I, obviously as someone who read books, that my FYP had a lot of book talkers on them too, right? So I was like, I mean, I could maybe do this. Like maybe, I don't know. So I talked to Zach about it. He's like, yeah, why don't you try? Like, why not? Like, and thus that is how it began. Literally, I just one day just was like, I'm gonna post something today. And it was like the first my first couple posts were um like just books that I've already read, and like fall because I started posting in October of not last year but the year before. So it was like
Mhm.
fall vibes, like Lorelai Gilmore and like Gilmore Girls and like type things. And then like the further we got, I was like, ooh, some dark. I remember it being some dark romance for like Halloween. Like so it was like the perfect time, I guess for me, I guess in my mind. So I just started posting, and it was a vibe and it was so fun, and I just kept going, and then like people would comment and I was like, okay, this is fun. And at the same time I started, my friend Chris started,
Mhm.
and he had a dog, so his like was like a whole bunch of like dog content and training and tips and tricks and things like that. um so we were kind of doing this together, and he was like, you know what, we should go live. I was like, are you nuts? I was like, I'm not going live. You can go live. And if you want me to be there, I'll be there with you. I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, we should definitely do it. We'll meet more people, like, whatever. And thus, that is how it all began. I just randomly went live one day. Me and him made a pact. Like, whenever you go live, I'll be there. Just in case there's nobody else in the room, at least we're there for each other. And
Right.
he did the same thing for me. Like, he was like, even if there's like nobody else in the room, I got you. And like, we obviously made each other mods, and we were there to support each other, right? Just in case anything went down. And really that is how it started, and it really took off, and it took off for the both of us. Honestly, he has this huge community. I have this community as well, and it really
Mhm.
kind of took off for the both of us, and it's been a ride. I would never have thought it, if I'm being honest, but it has been a ride. It really has.
So when you first started, how tough was it for you just sit there, have a phone staring at you,
Yeah.
no other people around you, not like verbally speaking with you, but people just commenting.
Yeah, like just live specifically.
Yeah.
Just live specifically was weird, because and then like also being new, right? Like sometimes comments go fast too, and like I would always feel bad because I'm like, I'm not ignoring you, I swear, I'm so sorry, I
Mhm.
didn't see it, and I still feel that way to this day. Honestly, I'm just a little bit
Right.
more I guess comfortable with it. But yeah, like first
Mhm.
starting is like I didn't know what to say, what to do. And then like people were coming in and actually, I remember being confused, if I'm being honest. Like that was my main thing. Like I remember being so confused, like getting off live and like looking at Zach, and like people like looking at him, like people actually came in and like they wanted to like actually talk to me. Like
Mhm.
that's weird. Like what? And he was like, well, what? And Zach, he's like the best. Honestly, he's like, why wouldn't they? Like you're talking about like a similar interest. Like why wouldn't
Mhm.
they? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't expect it. And I remember just starting off being so. I still am confused to this day. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I don't understand. But like I just remember being so confused, and I was like, and then but like also this is fun because this is exactly what I wanted, right? Like I
Mhm.
wanted to talk to people about the books, and then it kind of turned into, like I said, like this community, right? So not only are we talking about books, right, which is like at the bottom line, like our shared love, right? Like we are all, for the most part, mine is Justin, who does not read. I don't know how that happened, but we're here for it. um
Mhm.
but for the most part, like our love language is books in that whole chat, right, in that whole community. um so and then but it turned into more. So like even though it's like, oh yes, books are so awesome, but also, do you have the recipe for this? Or did you know that there's a sale going on today? Or did you know it bleeds into real life in such a beautiful way, and
Hmm.
special, truly, and special, because all these friendships that have been created, not just me and them, but them and other people that come into the chat, right? All these
Hmm.
connections that have been made is truly so special, and it's so beautiful, because we wouldn't have met each other without TikTok, and without, posting and going live and doing all these things. And it's like, it's so beautiful, and I love it so much. And this is literally what I started it for, to be able to talk to people and text people and send them voice memos when I'm reading something so drastic,
Hmm.
like, or so like heart stopping, where I'm like, holy crap, what is going on, and truly, I, like, just on a whole other scope, like, I would not have started reading fantasy if I did not start BookTok. Like, I would not be reading thrillers as much. I mean, like, I always liked thrillers, but not like as much as I do now, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
Um, Historical fiction, your girl would have never picked up a historical fiction book ever if it weren't for people saying, no, Jen, you have to like try it. And I'm not even speaking just for me. Like, there's so many
Hmm.
people who have tried different genres just because people are like, listen, I've known you for a while. Like, we're friends. Just try it. Just try it. And, we take those recommendations seriously, because it's like, you know what? You low key do know me. I feel like you'll know what I like, whether it comes to triggers or tropes, or anything. Like, it really has become amazing. And I thank the people who give me all of these book reviews and kind of are broadening, like, um, what I'm reading, because it's been an amazing journey. Like, I can't even imagine me not ever reading fantasy. I truly can't. Like, no dragons ever? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean no dragons? What, no badass princess? Like, I'm confused. What do you mean? So I'm just like forever thankful for them. Like, it's been such an amazing journey, honestly.
Can you remember which is the first book that was ever recommended to you?
I don't think so.
No.
No, probably. I mean, probably like Fourth Wing and Akatar, I would say, as far as fantasy goes anyway.
Hmm.
Fourth Wing and Akatar, because like I remember saying, like, I wouldn't mind it. I just don't know where to start. And like, I'm new to this, and I'm very intimidated with fantasy because it's a lot of world building, and I feel like I'm gonna get confused. So just be easy with me. And people were like, try Akatar or Fourth Wing. And I think I started with Fourth Wing, and I loved Fourth Wing, let me tell you. Like,
Hmm.
I loved it. Like, sassy dragons, please. Like, I'm here for it, right? So do I remember who gave me that book recommendation? I do not, unfortunately. I truly don't remember. But I haven't looked back since. I have not looked back since. Your girl has been in fantasy, been in fantasy. I love it. Even like cowboy romance and things like that. I don't think I would be as in it if it weren't for like other creators,
Hmm.
saying like, you need to read it, you need to read it, or doing this. Like, it's been amazing.
I mean, I'm a fourth wing guy. I tried Akatar. I tried reading the first book. Finally got through it. I don't know if I'm going to read the second book. We shall see.
I'm wondering if, because Akatar is it's more like a romantasy versus like a fantasy, right? Like,
Hmm.
and I'm wondering, maybe that's why, and maybe that's why I truly did love Akatar, especially like where I was in my reading journey, where I was just coming from straight romance, right? Like,
Right.
I wasn't looking for just fantasy. I was like, I want romance. That's what I want. So maybe that's
Hmm.
why I liked Akatar so much, because it is very romancy, like very, very, but it's amazing. I love it so much. I loved Akatar. And I know a lot of people, honestly, is not an unpopular opinion. Like, so many people hated the first book. So many people. I loved it because it was slow, because my brain, it was perfect for my brain, right? I was like, oh, this is so slow paced. Like, I actually like, I know what's going on. There's no hidden, you know, messages and world building going on. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty like
Hmm.
straightforward. Like, I actually love this. But I loved Akatar. But I will say, after reading Throne of Glass and like Crescent City, like when I was reading Akatar, I was like, nothing can get better than this. Like, I am set. Like, there is nothing better than this. Read Throne of Glass. I was like, my mind was blown by Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass is that girl. Like, there's nothing now. The way I look at it, there's nothing better than Throne of Glass.
Hmm.
And listen, I will prove me wrong. Like, listen, please recommend me a series that is so beautiful, just like Throne of Glass. Something that is just revolves around kindness and just strength and love, and but it's still but it's still badass. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Hmm.
it's soft, but it's not soft to the point where they're not gonna fight back. Like you feel me? Like you know what I mean? Like Throne of
Hmm.
Glass is just that girl. But I'm open to suggestions because please give me more books. Like please give me more worlds to live in. Um, it would make me so happy. I love all of the worlds, honestly.
All right. So what got you into read? Well, let's go back. Was what got you into reading, and which is the first genre that you read prior to this whole TikTok and stuff and doing lives? What would you mostly focus on?
So I started reading in high school. I've always been a big reader, even
Mhm.
since I was younger, even before that, even in middle school and elementary school. But I really just remember, I think why I always focus on high school is because that's when I started reading like actual like novels and not picture books and like little
Mhm.
like, that's when I
Right.
actually started reading, right? And I remember in high school, I read Twilight, like as we do, please, like, hello. Read Twilight, loved it. I remember going to the midnight premieres of like the movies. Like I was
Mhm.
in it. Okay, loved Twilight. I was a big Sarah Dessen fan, which is romance, right? Again, primarily romance. I read a lot of Sarah Dessen, Megan McCafferty, Meg Cabot, Mary Downing Hall. Mary Downing Hahn. I read a lot of those books in high school. Jodi Picoult. I'm trying to think, and there's many others. I'm sure, like so many others that I'm not naming. John Green. Looking for Alaska. That was a fantastic book. The Fault in Our Stars, absolutely fantastic. So that's where I really started was in high school.
Mhm.
And then I did fall off a bit. Like I would say in my whole 20s, I really didn't read much. And if I did, maybe it was like one book here and there. It wasn't anything like what it is now or
Right.
even prior to my 20s. And then, one day, like what, like maybe 2 years ago, Zach was like, you should start reading. Like, you're not, I'm playing games. You should start reading. Like, and I'm just like, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. And then I went to Barnes. I was like, maybe, let me see. I ended up going to Barnes and Noble one day. I picked up Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover and Twisted Love by Anna Hong. And those were the two books that I picked up. And I haven't stopped since. I have not stopped since. Like I was just like, this is different than what I was reading in high school. This is different. Okay. And I have not stopped since. Obviously, like my taste has changed, or maybe not even
Right.
changed, but I think maybe progressed in a way.
Mhm.
But I have not stopped since. I have been sat, and I couldn't. I'm not even mad at it because I'm having such a good time, like with all these stories and everything like that. It's amazing.
Mhm. So, out of all the books, out of 500 books that you have behind you, which book actually broke you emotionally?
So okay. So for me personally, that's hard to answer because books don't make me really like cry or
Right.
whatever. Um, I will say though, emotionally, I guess Throne of Glass. I know I mentioned Throne of Glass, but
Mhm.
for me, it's one of my favorite books, like or series. Like you have to understand, Throne of Glass is
Mhm.
absolute. Like it's a journey. It takes a while to like get there, but it's fantastic. But also the Boys of Tommen. Boys of Tommen is so emotional, and I know, and like the books are thick too. Like the books are thick. They're big. But like Boys of Tommen is just such a beautiful story, but it's rooted in so much trauma, which makes it like emotional, right? Because it very much reminds me of just like everyday life where it's like sometimes you're having a bad day and it sucks and it's whatever, but like you have your friends that are there for you, and then vice versa when they need you to be there for them type thing. So like,
Mhm.
and it's these kids who have these like not so great home lives, but they go to school, and that is where they find their found family, so to speak, right? And it's just so amazing, and they have those connections. And while there is so much trauma and there's so many points of that book or of that series that are so sad, but the friends, I'm telling you, you have to. Boys of Tommen is just so good. It is really really emotional. If you're gonna ask me for like a standalone book, I
Mhm.
loved Hue of Blue by Marie France Legger. I read it almost 2 years ago, and I still haven't found a book that has topped it for me. I thought it was an amazing book. When I purchased it, when I first read it, it was indie published. I think it is now traditionally published. But when I first bought it, it wasn't as popular as it is now, right? And I love that because like if you buy a copy now, there's like there's like an epilogue, so to speak, or like a bonus chapter that wasn't in there when I originally read it. Um, and I loved the original ending. Like, like it's an alternate ending is what they call it.
Hmm.
I didn't feel the need that it was. I liked the fact that it was so, I mean, I don't want to ruin everything, but I liked how it ended, right? Like it wasn't, it was so
Right.
relatable.
Hmm.
The story was so relatable. And that's the kind of reader I am, right? And like, don't get me wrong, I love a good rom-com. Those are fun and all, but it's not typically what I gravitate towards. Like I
Hmm.
love emotional reads. Like I love to feel, whether it's empowered, whether it's to feel sad, whether it's to feel broken or seen or whatever. I like to be like I like emotional books when that's what I like. So that's pretty much what I'll always recommend for the most part because they're so good. Like when people are
Right.
like, "Oh, what rom-com?" I'm like, I actually don't know because I
Mhm.
don't read them as much as I do other books. But yes, Hue of Blue by Marie France Legger, absolutely amazing. Loved it so much, so relatable. Um, I still think about it almost like not every day. Like that's dramatic, but I think about it often, even still 2 weeks later, 2 years later. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Like it's so crazy.
Have you read Not Quite Dead Yet?
No, but why does that sound familiar?
It's by, I have the book actually right here. It's by Holly Jackson. She wrote something
I
about
think I have a
murder.
Holly Jackson book on my shelf.
Yeah, it's this book right here.
No, I have seen it. I have seen it, but I have not read it. Is it good?
Oh, it's so good. It's this one actually made almost made me cry because
It's emotional?
at the end it is. You
That's
go
all you have to
from
say. Like to me, you're like, yo, I almost cried. Put it on my tab. Let's go.
at the end, like the last couple of chapters, maybe three or four, it is like it hits you really hard. It's a thriller, obviously thriller, but at the end of that book, you see those pages,
Mhm.
forget it. You're not going back.
I love that. I love emotional reads. And I don't know why. Like, I truly don't know why I gravitate towards emotional reads, but I love it. I mean, I love thrillers too. Like, thrillers are a vibe. Like, I enjoy some thrillers too. I will say I like thrillers more as for like palate cleansers, right?
Hmm.
Like, if I just came out of something emotional or a fantasy, and I'm like, I want to read, obviously, but I'm tired. I don't want to really world build in my brain right now, and I really don't want to get into somebody else's story. I'm like, I'm gonna do a thriller because they're pretty short. Like they're pretty
Yeah.
short and twisty and turny and like
Hmm.
and and then you're done like a day later and it's not a big deal. Like you know what I mean? Like they're
Hmm.
really quick reads and they're pretty good for the most part. So we love a good thriller, please.
Oh yeah, especially Noelle Ely.
I
Eiley.
do like Noelle Ely. She is really, really good. I do like Noelle Ely, yes.
Such
Um,
Quiet Girls. I just finished.
I have not read that one.
He,
I think I have it too, and I haven't read it.
I like her books because they're based off of actual true events, and then she
I
puts her
love that.
twist on it. And there's
Yeah.
always a trigger page in the beginning.
I feel like I've only read maybe 4 or 5 of her books, if I'm being honest. I have, and I know she has a lot, but I haven't.
Mhm.
I do want to read the one, because like Ask for Andrea or Looking for Andrea. What is it? Looking for Andrea?
Looking for Andrea. No, ask for and
Ask for
one of
Andrea, right? Yeah, Ask
yeah,
for
and then the
Andrea.
first one is Forget You Saw Her.
I want to read that one. Forget You Saw Her so bad. Like I need to, but I haven't been in a like I have not. Aside from Dear Debbie,
Mhm.
that was an exception. I threw that one in there. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little saucy. Let me just do it. So I
Mhm.
did Dear Debbie really quickly, but that book I want to read it so bad because I loved Ask for Andrea so much. There was also another one that I don't remember. I forget what it was, but like the cover is like her looking in the rearview mirror. Do you know
Run
what
on
I'm talking
Red.
about?
Yeah, Run on Red. That
Yes,
book
that
is
one was
intense from
crazy.
beginning to end.
Yes, that one was wild. I love that one. She also wrote another one where like it was like this girl who freak, what was it? She's like stranded or something. She's stranded and she goes into like a gas station or something and like there's like these shady people here. She doesn't know who to trust and what's going on and it turns into like this whole like ordeal and it's wild and it's crazy. Um Noelle Ely knows how to just write a book. Like Noelle Ely is
Hmm.
so good. Like yes, we are Noelle Ely stans. Okay, I love her.
Gray After Dark. Did
Gray
you
After
read it?
Dark was another guess. Yes, that was another good one. I feel like I have another one of her books too that I have not yet read. Which, again, I told you I have to go through my physical
Mhm.
TBR. Okay, like I have to. I have a lot of thrillers that I haven't read because so many look so good, but because I read
Mhm.
them so far in between, it's like I have like Shannara Williams. I think there's one like Lake House on the Lake or something like that that I want to read, and then like there's another one like something with the wife. I don't know. I can see the cover, but I can't think of the title. Um, like so I want to read that
Mhm.
one. I have Love Mom that I've been wanting to read for a while now too. Like so many, so many.
So many.
Even Jason Rekulak, I still have hidden pictures that I haven't read yet.
You haven't read
Um,
You need to
right.
read Hidden Pictures.
I have it. I have it. I have the paperback. Like, why haven't I read it yet? Like, you
And
know who else I love too? Lucinda Berry. I do love me some Lucinda. I do
mm,
enjoy me some Lucinda, I will say. But I feel like Lucinda and Frida McFadden are both like obviously very different, but very much the same, if that makes sense.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're both for me, they're both like hit or miss. Like sometimes Frida will hit and sometimes will hit, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
and like I feel like Lucinda is very much the same. I will say Noelle Ely, while there have been books that I was like, not my favorite, but still not like, what was that? It's still like, that was good, just not my favorite. Like, where sometimes like Frida and Lucinda, I'm like, what just happened here? But I still love them.
exactly.
But I still love them.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, the amount of books that they're putting out, please, they're amazing.
Hidden Pictures. It may look thick, but that book you'll read through that book quickly because he also adds the pictures into the book. And then you're
Yes,
looking at the
yes.
pictures.
I met him at a Barnes and Noble one time, and he
You
like
did.
stamped pictures on the front of the book. Like he had a stamp of like the pictures, and I'm like, that's not creepy or anything. He's like, wait till you read the book, because I was very honest
Right?
with him, and I was like, just so you know, full disclosure, I have not read your books, but I will buy them for you today. Thank you so much. Like just being ridiculous. And he was like, and then he stamped it. I was like, that's not creepy. He's like, wait till you read the book. I'm like, great. Love that for me. But I haven't read it because okay, is it like a psychological thriller or is it horror? Because I think I'm getting horror vibes and I'm scared.
It's a mixture of both.
See, and that's why I've been like, I'm scared.
It you have to read that book with the audiobook with it because it's more you'll be more into the book if you do it that way because you don't have to read what's on the page while you're
Hmm.
examining the pictures because once you do that you just keep going. I went through that book so quickly it wasn't even funny.
Oh my god. All right, maybe I'll try. Maybe that'll be my next thriller. And I've been saying that honestly because I'm like, it does look thicker than a normal. So that was the thing. It does look thicker than a normal like thriller. Let's say a Frida or Lucinda or even Noelle, right?
Hmm.
Um, but then also the horror aspect. I'm like, hello, like I'm scared, like full stop, like I'm scared, I am scared, so I that's why I was kind of like maybe not. I'm like the way that I'm looking at my little horror section because it's obviously not as grand as everything else because it's
Right.
whatever, it's not much, it's I don't read it often, and I'm like, damn, I really haven't read a lot of them. Like I will say, like a lot of the Noel Ely's I did read on KU, because I read Noel Ely um before I even started TikTok. Honestly, I was reading Noelle Ely before I even started it, and like again, this is why I wanted to like find my people, please, because I wanted to be able to talk about this. And that's one downfall is like, oh, so many books recommended and just not enough time. So many books and not enough time. Like what are we supposed to do?
uh well you could try what I did one time and I'll never do it again. I was reading three books at the same time. And then when I'm trying to explain to my wife, this happened in this book, like, no, 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 this happened in this book. Wait, that's not right. So
Yeah.
it's
So
it's
were they all the same genre? Like were they all thrillers?
yes,
Yeah, see,
they
because
bleed.
I read multiple books. I've done it. I don't do it like I don't make it a point to read
Mhm.
multiple books all the time, but I there are times where I have done it, and I have just made sure that they are not the same genre, right? And I
Mhm.
think that that's probably what would have benefited you because exactly you don't if they're all thrillers, you don't know. Same thing with fantasy. I could never read like three different fantasies at one time. I could barely read one at a time, please.
Right.
It has to be so like so different, you know? So
Mhm.
maybe the next time you want to read multiple books at once, I think it would be a vibe, but like it has to be like a different genre if you're
It
like
has
wanting
to.
to if you're wanting to read if you're able to read a different genre because I know that your favorite is thriller or psychological thriller and things
Oh
like that.
yeah.
But if you're able to do it, definitely it's cool because like sometimes like what I'll do is like when I'm cleaning around the house or and whatever, I'm listening to an audio. So I still get my reading time in. And then when I sit down, I'll do a physical. So because I can't do an audio sitting down unless like I'm immersive reading, but I can't just stare at the
Right.
wall and listen to an audio. Like I can't do that. Like I have to like my mind has to be doing something, you know? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's why I usually save the audios from when I'm up and cleaning or just out and about driving or whatever. And when I'm
Mhm.
sitting, I'll do a physical. I just find it easier for my brain that way.
All right. So are there any books that you can think of that are overrated or underrated?
Um, Underrated, probably I would say all my favorites. I will not Throne of Glass, not Boys of Tommen, because those are obviously talked about so often. But
Right.
like A Hue of Blue, I think is underrated.
Hmm.
There are so many books. Call It What You Want, I think is another one. I don't remember the author's name. That I think is underrated. There are so many books that I think are underrated, and truly, a lot of them do come from indie authors, right? Because they're not getting the same level of PR that let's say trad publishers do, right? Or
Hmm.
trad authors get. Um, and so I think a lot of like the underhyped books are literally just because people one don't know that they exist because they're not getting pushed out as much as like other books are. And I think because people underestimate indie authors sometimes and they think, well, they're not traditionally published, so it's really not going to be good, which is like the furthest thing from the truth, right? Like there are
Right.
so many on indie author books that I have read that have been fantastic, like absolutely bangers. Like I would say so many indie author books are underhyped. Like that would be my biggest thing. Like, and honestly, just like all the popular BookTok books. Like, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I just recently read Wrecked by Brie Elmina.
Hmm.
And it was a very popular BookTok book. People were like, "You're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be emotional." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, probably not," but I probably would still like it, right?
Right.
I didn't. I truly did not. Like I did like the fact that it was a lot different than what I normally read. So I did like it for that. Like I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That twist, I was not expecting it. But really, other than that, I truly just did not like it. I truly didn't understand the hype. I truly did not
Mhm.
understand the hype. And I know that's not a popular opinion because it is very hyped up on BookTok and a lot of people like it. And I love that for them truly. I just personally for me it wasn't for me. I don't know. I did read the whole thing in full, like, you know, I did read the whole thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, probably yeah, no, not for me.
So will we ever get a book from you?
I've been dabbling, I've been writing a little bit, and honestly, if there were ever do you see my brain? I mean, you don't actually see it, but like it is so like all over the place. I don't know if there ever were a book to come out, it probably would be like in 20 years and it would probably only be like 300 pages because I can't sit down or have like one cohesive thought, it seems. Like it's just so crazy.
Sometimes the best book are only 300 pages.
That's valid. That's valid.
Uh,
That's valid. If I were ever to write a book, I mentioned multiple times I was like I probably would want it to be like a blue collar romance.
mhm.
Um because I would want it to be like relatable, you know, and I know that's not relatable to everybody, but I feel like there, especially in this day and age, so many blue collar people like out there, like whether it's men or women out there. And I like to read relatable stories. I do enjoy that. While I like to be in fantasy land and do Lulu Island sometimes, I also like real books that I'm like connected to because it pulls on that emotional string, right? So
Mhm.
when you're connected to these people and you actually see yourself like, wow, this could literally be me or my neighbor or somebody across the street, I feel like it deepens that bond that you have with the book or with the characters or whatever. So if I were to ever write a book, that was why I first thought would be like a blue collar like romance of some type. Of like, you know, like nothing to say like I like a billionaire romance. Please, can we be so for real? Like, yes, drive me on a private jet. Like, let's go. Like, I'm out. But like, also, how about I don't know how I'm paying the car payment next month.
Mhm.
Um, how about well, we don't really have any food, so let me hit up the Dollar Tree because you know their pasta's 90 cents instead of going to the grocery store where it's an extra 10 cents, but I can use that 10 cents for something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
actual like real life stuff where it's real like that. If I were to ever write a book, that would be my goal. I would want to make it as relatable as possible because I would want it to be emotional in some way and real. Like that would be my goal.
Okay. Well, hopefully you write a book.
We
You
shall see.
know, hey, I'll put a feeler out there.
I will try. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't even know how to do any of that, but we'll see. I have, I think, that book. I have the first, I want to say 3 or 4 chapters done, and then a
Mhm.
lot of notes. So I will say I have so many notes because I'll just randomly think of something and I'm like, oh, let me put it in my notes app, right? Like whatever.
Right.
But like actually written, it's like maybe 3, maybe 4 chapters, and that's like maybe. But a lot of notes, definitely a lot of notes. So maybe one day, like, listen, you never know. Like maybe one day. But I just at this point right now, like I'm reading so much, my brain is so tired. And then when I get up there and I actually like try to sit, I'm like, huh.
Mhm.
And then I end up playing on my phone. So like, you know what? It's so hard. It's been hard to try to concentrate. But I do have the notes, so maybe one day we'll fingers crossed.
Okay. So, do you have any authors that you want to meet in person? Anyone yet that you haven't met yet?
Oh man, probably there's so honestly, I would love to meet Chloe Walsh. I would love to meet Chloe Walsh. I love her so much. These characters are so important to me. I would love. I feel like I love Jennifer Hartman too. I love Jennifer Hartman, but I have met her before, but would love. It was so busy. Would love to meet her again and actually like meet her if that makes sense. I would absolutely love to meet Jennifer Hartman. I'm trying to think. I would love to meet Sarah J. Maas. Like, I think her mind is so brilliant, and how she's woven all these connections into all 3 of her series is like mind-boggling. Like, how are you so smart? How are you so savvy and like able to
Mhm.
do this? Like, I would love to meet her. So many people. I can't. I'm sure Noelle Ely. I would love to meet Frida McFadden. I would love to meet Lucinda Berry. She's amazing. I would love to meet her. Please. Um, so many. I'm sure. I've met Megan Quinn, but she's also fantastic. I would meet her again. Please. So many people. Truly. Lila Sage would be amazing. Um,
Mhm.
so many people. I can't even. Oh, you know who I would love to meet too? Nyla Kay. I would love to meet me some Nyla Kay. Actually, Anna Hong. I would love to meet. So all of them. Actually, all of them. All of them. Actually, I would love to meet all of them.
All right.
Truly.
And what are your top three reads? If well, actually, let me rephrase that question. If you had a Mount Rushmore, which will be your four top reads
Like ever or just this year?
ever? Like, if you had to choose out of your favorite books or series, and put series,
Okay, I was gonna say because it has to
yeah,
be because all right, so we already know 2 are gone. Throne of Glass, Boys of Time, and done. So 2,
right.
respectfully, that is 2. Oh my goodness gracious! Like so, like this is like if you could only bring a certain amount of books to an island and the rest of your books go up in flames type vibe.
Yep.
Tracking.
Uh,
So definitely Boys of Time and definitely Throne of Glass because those books will keep me going. I don't even care. I want to reread them right now. So like that's fine.
mm,
Other 2 books. That is a hard question, sir. That is a hard question, honestly. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say For the Fans by Nala K, and people might look at me crazy for that, but you know what? I had a good time. Okay, I had a good time. Sometimes we just need one, and honestly, it would have to be, I think, because why not? So we have a drama, we have a fantasy, we have um For the Fans, which is a spicy little but it has emotional depth to it, which I enjoy.
right,
And then I think we're gonna have to do a rom com. We're gonna have to do some sort of rom com because we have to keep it balanced, right? Like
right.
for the moods, you know. So I don't know. I'm gonna say Just for the Cameras by Megan Quinn, just because I just read that one and I did rate it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I was giggling, laughing, like it was amazing. So I'll have to say Just for the Cameras by Megan Quinn, just because we have to be balanced. We have to have a book for almost every occasion and mood, you know. Because I am
Okay.
a huge mood reader, huge.
So you have to be in the mood for
Yeah,
this
it's so bad.
specific.
It's so bad. I actually hate it. I hate being a mood reader. It's terrible.
So which is the one that you w- really gravitates towards too, if you're gonna read anything like
Throne of
this is
Glass
all the time.
all the
No
time.
question, no questions.
No, either Throne of Glass or Boys of Tommen. But the reason I say Throne of Glass is because there's so, I feel like you wouldn't unless you've read it. You don't know. I don't know how to
I
explain it.
don't
Like
know.
you don't know. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
It's so good. It's so good. And like there's so many connections, there's so many characters. I just know for sure that my first time through it, like I missed stuff. So I know
Mhm.
reading it again, I'm gonna pick up on different things, and it'll be a new reading experience. And that's why I say Throne of Glass, because I just know that if I read it probably 2 or 3 more times, there will still be things where I'm like, because now I have also read Crescent City and have like a deeper understanding of the world. I just know that there's going to be new things that I'll be picking up on. So each time I read it will be just a brand new experience, And
Mhm.
it's so amazing. It really is so amazing. I know I talk about it so much, but it's so good. I can't help it. Like, it's so good.
All right. And one last question, controversial question. Crack
Dun, dun,
spine or
dun.
no crack spine?
No cracked spine. No cracked spine. None. What do you mean? Okay, so do you know Whimsical Lit on TikTok?
Yeah, I think I follow that person.
Yo, she one day I'm just sitting there minding my business, hanging out with her. She
Yeah.
brings this poor book to the screen and she's like, "Oh, look, I got a brand new book. Like, look, I'm about to read it. Crack." On national television, ma'am. I was like, "Did you just break the spine?" "Oh yeah, I have to." "No,
No, you
ma'am.
don't. You
No,
don't.
ma'am. No,
No.
ma'am." And especially, I mean, I understand like the way when some people read, I know that it still messes with the integrity of the spine, and I get that. But to
Mhm.
willingly just be like, crack, like I was like, when you're at the chiropractor and they go
Yeah.
and like every, I was like, oh my god, I felt like it was bad. I was like, oh my god, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I was like, oh my god.
Mhm.
But you know what? To each their own. I think she
Yeah.
said it's more comfortable when she holds it, like, which is valid. It makes sense. So listen, whatever way you feel comfortable. But personally, I could not break a spine. I could
No, no, I did
not.
that
But
to
at the
one
end
of
of the
my
day,
books.
yeah, I love I can't, and because then it also creases it and it doesn't.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, whatever way you feel comfortable reading your book, because like literally that's the only thing that matters. I'm not holding that book. Like I have mine. Like it's fine. Um, but whatever way, because the Crescent Cities that I were holding were hardcover. Yo, at that point of pain when my arm was reading them, maybe at that point I probably would have cracked it out a little bit had I had the hardbacks, because those not the hardbacks, had I had the paperbacks, because those hardbacks were tough. Let me tell you, okay, they
Yeah.
were tough. So you never know. For Crescent City, I might have broken a spine. I may have broken a spine for that, because them shits were heavy,
I
heavy.
Whenever I let my wife use one of my books, like to read, because she never reads my book.
Hmm.
So we had to read one of each other's books. She gave me Pucking Around,
Oh, that was spicy.
and, and I gave her The Wife Upstairs. And I told
Wait,
her,
isn't that by Shanora Williams, The Wife Upstairs?
The Wife Upstairs?
Is that not by
No,
Shanora Williams?
Frida.
Oh, then I haven't read that one.
Mhm.
I thought that was Shanora because it's something, the title I'm talking about or thinking about, it has the word wife in it, and so I just thought that's what it was.
Mhm.
Sorry.
There's like 3 books now, 4. There's The Wife Upstairs by Frida. Verity sounds like The Wife Upstairs. And The
True.
Husband's Wife that just
Hmm.
came out. So they all sound the same.
I did read Verity. I liked Rarity. It was
Mhm.
cool. I didn't like it was all right. It was all right. Not one of my favorite ones, but I also didn't hate it. It was interesting. I enjoyed it, but I haven't read any of the other ones that sound similar to that. I'm wondering if I would like those more, only because the only reason I truly didn't love Verity is because I felt like we were so much in the book. In the book. Does
Mhm.
that make sense? Like, so instead of being in the book that we were reading, we were in the book that was in the book. And I was just like, this is kind of weird. Like, it was a little weird for me. So I'm wondering
Mhm.
if I'd like the other ones more just because of that aspect. But I will be watching the Verity movie though. Like, I liked it enough to be excited for the movie and the casting for the movie. Like, I'm sad. Like, I will be watching that movie. I will pay $20 for that movie. Okay. I will. I will. I liked it enough to do that. So there's that. Okay.
Okay, all right. I'll check out the trailer once it comes out. Man, there's so many
So
movies
many book
now. Yeah.
adaptations coming out. Boys of Tommen.
Yes.
They're doing Tommen.
Was that by Amazon or who's doing it?
Yeah, Prime, Amazon.
Prime. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
So hopefully it comes out good, because Prime, I will say, has good productions. Like,
mhm.
also Lights Out is getting picked up by Netflix, um, which Lights Out, I feel like is a cute like little story. Like I'm okay. Like Lights Out makes sense as I feel like as a like adaptation, right? Like it makes sense. It's
Hmm.
light, it's cute, it has a little bit of darkness in there, but nothing like too crazy. Boys of Tommen is so emotional. I'm scared. I'm scared. And listen, I know Chloe loves her characters and she loves her books, and I'm sure she's gonna do her best to do it justice. So I am
Hmm.
excited. I'm just scared. I'm just scared. But we shall see. Fingers crossed.
What is that show on HBO? It's a hockey story.
Heated Rivalry.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
So I haven't read the books and I have not watched Heated Rivalry. It is an MM romance, right?
yeah.
Which we love to see. But I will say I had no idea it was even a thing. Like I haven't even heard of it until the show came out, and then it was obviously going viral all over the place. I did try to watch the first episode, but there were
Hmm.
so many time lapses that I was just like I felt like I wasn't like I guess connecting to the character so to speak because it was so many time lapses. So I didn't go forward. However, I am debating on going back because a lot of people said it got better like by the third episode, like with the time lapses and stuff. So I'm like, okay, like so I'm down to kind of give it another chance. I just didn't want to do a whole season of time lapses, and I just want to stay. I want to be somewhere for a little bit. Like I just want to be somewhere for a couple years. You know what I mean? Like what are
It
we doing?
it gets better. I don't watch. My wife watches that stuff, and I just
Sure,
sat there
baby.
sort
Sure,
of
sure.
watching
I'm
it.
sure.
And there's actual podcast that goes with it, actually, about these former hockey players
Oh,
watching heated rivalries and just talking about it. I'll probably look it up later. I'll send you a message on it so you
okay.
could check it out. But
Yeah, I will. Yeah, because so my friend, like a couple of my friends thought the same thing. They stopped watching it, ended up getting back into it because they heard people say it got better and
mhm,
whatever. So I'll probably end up being one of those people. But I have just been so busy reading. And I know that sounds so cliche, but like it's true because like if I'm watching TV, I'm not reading, right? And
right,
like, and not for like any particular goal, not to like stress myself out or anything like that. But it really does come out down to it where sometimes I will debate, do I want to watch TV tonight or do I want to read a book? And my thing is like if I choose to, watch TV, I I'm not going to get any further in my book, and like this book is like this long, and it's like
right,
so I usually end up just choosing to read because reading is like so freaking time consuming that every minute counts, right? So it's like if I give up these 3 hours tonight, that's 3 hours I didn't get to read that I'm going to like I'm gonna miss out, and I can get to a pivotal part of the book, like so I just have like FOMO sometimes when it comes to reading, where it's like I know I could watch a TV show. That's why I was like, wow, I'm watching The Handmaid tonight. Like I rarely watch TV anymore, you know?
yeah,
So I was really excited to watch The Handmaids last night. So I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get back into it when I'm not because I also have. Oh, I don't have it, but I'm also reading Rose and Chains by Julie Soto. It's my book club book of this month, and I'm only like 3 chapters in. I'm good 3 chapters so far, but like also I have the whole month of February to finish it, and we're now halfway in. Will I read it by then? Yes. But do I stress myself out for literally no reason? Yes. So now I'm like, I have to read this whole book today so that way I'm done with it. And it's like, but Jen, you have like 2 more weeks. But it's fine. I have to read the whole thing today. Or like by tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? I have to stress
right.
myself out for some reason. I don't know why. It just
Uh,
is what it is at this point.
yeah, get through
So I'm like, I guess I look at TV as a reward. Like, let me finish this book and then I'll watch TV. Like, let me finish this book and then I'll watch TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's annoying actually. And then when
it.
I tried to watch Game of Thrones all those months ago, I stopped
Mhm.
reading because I was so invested in Game of Thrones where I just stopped reading. I said, no, all day I was reading. So I think that was like back in October, like October, November last year, which I read like
Mhm.
2 books each of those months because I was just watching Game of Thrones.
Right.
So like I get like these like I go through these phases, I guess. Like if listen, I can only do one or the other. Like I can't do both. Like I can't. It's either TV or it's books. Like I can't do it.
Right.
I don't know. Even though I'm sure if I just managed my time better, there would be a way, but my brain doesn't work like that. It's just like no, it's literally only one or the other. You can only abuse your time for one, not the other. Nope.
Well, let me thank you for coming on to my podcast. It's been really fun.
No, thank you for
Uh,
having me. It's the first time I've
yeah,
ever done it. So exciting.
yeah. So, for people who's watching, if you want to put out your TikTok handle or wherever they can find you.
So my handle is just Jenn Book Talk. Everywhere else, like on Insta, YouTube, it's Jenn Book Talk, like talk. And it's only talk for TikTok, right? Like whatever. But that is me. Come on, hang out. We go live. We have a good time. And we try to, we just try to vibe. We just try to vibe and just stay chill, but like also read all of the books, obviously.
Okay. She goes live almost every morning.
Almost every morning. Almost every morning.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, and hopefully we can do this again.
Yes, thank you so much, Big J. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see the final product. I'm nervous, obviously, because my face is backwards, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. But thank you so much for having me on here. I'm super, super excited, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
I'm gonna go eat chocolate now. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.